What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and man, oh man, what did I stumble into? This Rudy Farias story is absolutely bonkers. From the moment I laid eyes on this story, within the first 10 seconds of me looking into the story, I had this feeling that something was really wrong with this story. And now, after looking into it more, I am fully convinced that something is up here. For those of you all who might not know, Rudy Farias is a 25-year-old man, but he went missing at the age of 17. Missing for 8 long years, but he was found just yesterday. However, the details surrounding this story are really odd to me. And everyone is walking around on pins and needles because most people, if you have experience looking into true crime or missing persons cases, then this story is filled with red flags, but a lot of people are scared to talk about it. In fact, I got people mad at me right now for questioning this story because, yeah, it should be a feel-good news story. A mother reunited with her son after he was missing for 8 long years. However, this story ain't what it seems. I can tell you that right now. And if you're wondering how much this mother cares about her son that has been missing for 8 years, let me show you this. Now, you see this name, Bella Ninos? Become familiar with this name because supposedly Bella is Rudy's aunt. Now, I don't know if she's really the sister of Rudy's mother or if she's just a good friend that they consider family, but she's so-called Rudy's aunt. She's been at the hospital with Rudy. She shared pictures of Rudy in his hospital bed on social media. And here's what she has to say. Any family or close friend who can sit with Rudy overnight tonight, he can't be left alone. Mom needs to go get a shower and some rest. She is about to crash if she doesn't. Also, the hospital contacted me to remove his hospital wristband and photos for his safety, especially after 2 sketchy male individuals are anonymously requesting info on him and his whereabouts. So if you have forwarded any photos of him or his hospital wristband, please delete it immediately. Thank you. Now, does it sound kind of weird to you that a mother that is supposedly so happy to be reunited with her son after 8 years, 8 years of this kid missing? He was presumed dead, I would assume. Usually when someone's missing for a decade or close to a decade, you kind of assume the worst. But the mother can't even be bothered to sit at the hospital with her kid for one night. One night. He was just found yesterday, and the mother's already, I can't sit up here tonight. I'm tired. My kid's been missing for 8 years, but I can't be bothered to sit up here at the hospital. Let's see if one of our random Facebook friends can come up here for us. Now, some of you think that I'm being harsh in my criticism of the mother. The mother must be going through a lot. What about her kid that was missing for 8 years? You don't understand, Cinema Shogun. Don't be like that. You got to sympathize with people. Well, guess what? I've obtained a lot of information that really makes me believe that this mother may have something to do with this kid's disappearance. And a lot of the details you've seen surrounding this story are simply not true at all. For one, the story about how he went missing was so bogus, if you ask me. They claim that this kid, a 17-year-old kid, weighs over 200 pounds. He was walking his 2 dogs when he stumbled across a little girl that was getting abducted, who was about to be sold into sex trafficking. So he stepped in like a hero and he stopped them. And then the traffickers kidnapped him. They let the little girl go and took him in her place. Mind you, the dogs that he was walking, somehow they safely returned all the way home. Somehow the same jewelry that Rudy was wearing when he went missing, he was still wearing it when he was found. Somehow, some way, the traffickers, after 8 years, decided they were going to drop Rudy off right in front of a church, right in the same city where they stole him from. Of course, that sounds unbelievably stupid. Why does it sound so stupid? Probably because it's not true. That's the story that this family came up with when talking about his disappearance. That, oh, these traffickers were out to get him. His mother's done news interviews where she refuses to show her face. She doesn't want her identity out there, yet supposedly she's concerned about finding her son. So as you see right here, they can't even be bothered to sit up at the hospital with the kid after he's been missing for 8 years. And they just got reunited a few hours before they're looking for Facebook strangers to come sit at the hospital with them. But the story gets way weirder than that. I'm going to tell you right now, go ahead and get locked in and prepared, because I'm going to need a dozen videos to explain everything that I've come across. But let's touch on one thing that I think is very important. You see this Bella character. Just yesterday, in the middle of all of this mysterious stuff going on with this kid that was found after 8 years, just yesterday, Bella posted on Facebook claiming that Rudy's mother, I'm sorry, I'm trying not to laugh, that Rudy's mother's car was stolen. That someone, while Rudy's mother was dealing with Rudy and finding Rudy after 8 years, someone stole her car and totaled it. I want to read you all this post. And I'm telling you right now, the claims from these people are really far out there. It's going to be hard to keep up with. Some of the stuff just sounds like it's straight out of a movie. But I assure you, this is what this family is saying, okay? But let's look at what she has to say. Can Ish get any worse? To the POS who stole my sister's car and totaled it? You are a POS bastard. You effed up her chances of getting around for my nephew Rudy. You didn't hurt her. You effing hurt my nephew from getting around once he's released from the hospital. I hope you feel good about it. You left her carless, you POS. You needed her. She needed her car to get him from doctor's appointments and therapy, to buy him new clothes, pick up medications, etc. Karma's a bitch. I hope you get yours, you POS. Stop effing with my sister, you effing haters. So a reoccurring theme that you will find when looking into this story is that the mother has created this reality where there's someone that's obviously out to get the whole family. Mind you, the father, Rudy's father, offed himself. I don't even want to get into the details of why he maybe did that, even though I've uncovered some stuff there. I'm going to be respectful. Maybe we'll touch on that in the future. Rudy's brother's dead as well. And, you know, Rudy's mother has been all over social media today and yesterday, arguing with people who are bringing up the fact that something doesn't seem right about the story. Mind you, she should be sitting at bedside with her son that she just reunited with after 8 years. But no, she's on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you name it, arguing with people who are saying that this story doesn't sound believable. Meanwhile, she can argue on social media, but she can't be bothered to sit next to her son's bedside. But why does this stolen car, totaled car stick out to me? Well, the aunt is claiming that it happened yesterday. That in the process of them being up at the hospital, someone must have stolen the car and crashed it, They're online right now trying to get sympathy from people, probably trying to get money from people because, oh, we need a car. Now they've already set up an excuse as to why they're not going to take Rudy to his doctor's appointments, why they're not going to take Rudy to therapy, why they're not going to be at the hospital for Rudy. They've already used this car as an excuse, but I did some digging, and correct me if I'm wrong here, I want you to look at this date on the back of the car. 06/21/23. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is the date that this car must have been towed after the crash. Okay? 6/21/23. So it appears to me, maybe I'm mistaken, but I'm pretty sure about this one. It appears to me that whatever happened with this car, if it was stolen and crashed, or if they crashed it, it appears that this happened back in June. We're in July. They're claiming that someone stole the car and totaled it yesterday. Okay? That's what they're claiming. But it looks to me like this happened in June 21st. Okay? So right there, it looks like they're lying about what happened to their vehicle. Why would they lie about what happened to their vehicle? It looks like they're really trying to get money from this situation. It looks like maybe they're trying to scam from this situation. I don't know. But the fact that they're sitting here acting as if their car got stolen and totaled yesterday, when it appears to me that no, it happened on the 21st, and I don't even believe that the car was stolen. But let's think about things even a little deeper, shall we? You see, Rudy was found in bad shape. Rudy was found with cuts, bruises, scratches, lacerations. Rudy was found almost looking like he got in a car accident. I mean, he's got a lot of the same injuries that you would have if you were in a car accident. Now, I'm not saying that Rudy's injuries have anything to do with Rudy's mother's crashed vehicle, but I'm just saying, you're claiming that your car got stolen and it crashed and it got totaled yesterday, and then suddenly your child who's been missing for 8 years randomly pops up out of nowhere yesterday with cuts, scratches, and bruises all over him, and supposedly he doesn't remember where he came from, who he is. It's really odd. It's really odd. I'm not saying that Rudy got these injuries from this crashed vehicle, because it looks like this vehicle was probably crashed back in June, but they're claiming that the vehicle crashed yesterday and was stolen. And then we have Rudy with injuries that look like they may have come from a car crash, maybe from something else. I don't know. But all of this right here, folks, is just the tip of the iceberg. But we already can see that they're being dishonest. We can already see that from day one, they can't even be bothered to sit up at the hospital with Rudy. They're sitting online trying to defend themselves from people who are pointing out that something's odd about this story, but they won't sit up there with Rudy. You have a vehicle that you claimed but what are the odds of that? Your child that's been missing for 8 years pops up out of nowhere, alive, with injuries. And then the same day you claim someone stole your car. And now you're claiming, oh, mysterious people are calling up to the hospital wanting information about Rudy. And then your story to begin with from the very beginning about Rudy running up and stopping human traffickers from kidnapping a little girl, and then they take him and mysteriously hold him for 8 years. It's all hogwash, ladies and gentlemen. I know how to spot BS when I see it, and I'm comfortable saying that. Some of you maybe think that I'm being insensitive. Some of you probably think that I am dead ass wrong for saying some of the things I'm saying here. Mind you, I'm not here telling you that this mother's to blame and that the mother had this. Or I'm not here to drill that in your head. I'm just telling you what I've come across. And the details I've come across, they do not add up. And I've already seen plenty of lies. And like I said, I got other videos that I got to go ahead and get to making, because there's a lot of stuff pouring out about this story. And all of it makes it look as if this whole entire story was some type of scam, some type of scheme, some type of something. But for right now, do let me know what you think about everything that I said in this video down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll be back soon with another video.